Up until now, UFO sightings weren't taken seriously and were never thoroughly investigated, with explanations such as weather balloons typically thrown around to describe incidents that happened on the day. But over the last few months, something changed within the minds of the people running NASA. And just 2 weeks ago, this news came out.
The space agency launching a new team to investigate who or what may be behind the unexplained sighting.
That's right, NASA is finally taking UFO sightings seriously and has created a team of astronomers, astronauts, journalists, and many other experts to tackle the growing number of UFO sightings and to see what really is going on. In this video, we'll be taking a deep dive into the nature of these UFO sightings, the explanations for some of these incidents, and then the various attempts by US government agencies to categorize these UFO sightings. My name is Rudra, welcome to the Astropods, and let's jump right to it. After the attack on Pearl Harbor in the 1940s, the Americans were dragged into the Second World War by force because of the Japanese, and expected an attack on the West Coast in California. On a day in 1942, the American Army commenced shelling on what was perceived to be Japanese planes, but were confused because after firing multiple shells, the targets didn't fall out of the sky. These targets seemed to be more stronger and more agile than the Americans initially thought, and the US Army seemed to be missing its target. Many UFO fanatics perceived this to be a UFO encounter by the US Army, and that the UFO survived multiple direct hits from the US Army. The problem with this theory is that a much more natural explanation exists, such as the explanation that multiple weather balloons that were deployed that night were the target of the US Army. The Battle of Los Angeles is explained in far greater detail by a fellow YouTuber named Lemino, and the video can be found in the description box below. However, other UFO sightings didn't have as easy of a natural explanation as the Battle of Los Angeles. In 2007, a video was uploaded to a UFO forum from a user who claimed to have served on a US aircraft carrier. While most didn't believe the video at first, the video would eventually be officially declassified by the Pentagon as a genuine UFO counter. Alongside this, 2 other videos were released.
Dude, this is wrong, bro. There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA. My gosh. They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west. Look at that thing, dude. That's not our LNS though, is it? It's not. That is the LNS, dude. Well, if there's like... Look at that thing! It's rotating. Nickel 6-1 Tango Project, over. Oh, got it! Woohoo! Roger, there's troubleshooting as soon as I get... Can you box moving target? No, I took an auto track. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, dude. Wow, look at that.
The reason why these UFO sightings can't be explained as easily is because of the fact that experienced pilots and Air Force personnel witnessed these events and have the most experience when it comes to the latest technology in aeronautics. While most UFO sightings can be explained through natural explanations, some cannot be. The US government launched a project in the mid-1900s to evaluate if these objects posed any threat to US national security. Out of the 12,000 sightings filed in the documents, only 700 of them remain unanswerable. Many successors to this project, called Project Sign, included Project Blue Book, attempted to explain these 700 observations, and while some were provided with explanations, others were not. NASA has decided to take the challenge into their own hands and has created a team of experts to be able to explain some of these observations. One of the people who's on the team is Scott Kelly, an astronaut who currently holds the record for the longest consecutive time spent in space by a US astronaut. With this team, NASA finally is getting closer to answering the question, are we truly alone? Thank you for watching this video. If you liked the video, consider subscribing and sharing it with your friends. Goodbye.